ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review, another 2-in-1 action figure review on the Chod Build-A-Figure waves, Monet St. Croix, and we have the Starjammer Corsair.
So I was today years old that I learned that it's either Croix or Croix. I say it wrong in the whole video. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, I've been wanting both of these for quite some time. This is not really the costume design I've always wanted for M or Monet, but I'm still happy to have the character in action figure form, and I'm also very happy that we're building our Starjammers over here with Corsair and the Chod Build-A-Figure, which you can see on the side right there, along with Croix. There's a list of characters from the wave, and then on the back you can see Corsair right there with the accessories, and then there's Monet, and then on this side you can see nice comic images of both of them, looking pretty cool. A little bit of glare, but yeah, it looks pretty neat. And then they do not have spot varnished X logos right there, and not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack these things open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Corsair and Monet out of the packaging. And unlike the last two figures from this wave that I reviewed, I'm liking these two quite a bit more. Not a whole ton of complaints. I will have gripes that I'll mention, but yeah, I'm mostly happy with looking at these figures right over here. And we got some accessories to look at as well. So let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at the figures. So for Monet or Penance, you can see that we get a set of fisted hands and wide open hands, and they look good. I don't remember where we'd seen these before. They feel pretty new to me. I could be mistaken, but I like these. They all have a hinge that goes up and down. So yeah, good looking set of hands over here. I don't remember where we'd seen these before, but yeah, I really do like them. Of course, we get these fisted hands right over here. One thing I really liked what Hasbro did is that while these pieces could come off, they did paint the gold right over there at the outside of the cuff. It would be nice if they got the inside of it too, but at least that helps. See, because without that, then you would see some red showing through there. So I like that attention to detail. And then for Corsair, you get a set of fisted hands, and you also get a set of gun holding hands or weapon holding hands right over here. I don't remember seeing this gun before. Oh, by the way, these all have horizontal hinges, or just the gun holding hands do for the left and right. Vertical hinges for the fisted hands. Nice wrinkles sculpted in there. I do like that. But yeah, I don't know where we've seen this gun before. I think it's brand new. Looks brand new to me. I like it. Has that whole space pirate vibe. And you do have a hole in the front of it right there, so you can port effects into it if you wish. And that works out pretty well. I do like that. We also get the swashbuckling sword that we'd seen before with Nightcrawler. You can see some paint chipping off of it, though. A little unfortunate. So he does have a little sheath right over here at his side. And you can go ahead. I recommend heating this up first before putting this through here. But you can see it's a little bit of a tight fit. I think the paint rub mostly came like that, so I don't think I have additional paint rub from putting this in and out over here. It looked pretty much like this when I'd first gotten it, and silver paint doesn't look bad. It's just where it comes off, it doesn't look good, you know, on that side right over there. Then you have the gold plastic right underneath here. So I'm mostly familiar with Monet when she's with X Factor, but this is closer to her first appearance, and I think it's fine. So I'm happy to have the character, and I really like how the head sculpt looks. I like the flesh tone too. I think of Monet as looking like this with this flesh tone to me. So to me it looks accurate, and I really love how the face paint came out over here. Looks beautiful. I love the hair sculpt as well. Looks really good. Really nice, beautiful long hair. I really like this character. I like how she's got attitude. I mean, her power is basically that she's perfect. So she's got the flight, super strength, and vulnerability. She has her penance form. They could make a totally different figure for that. But I do like the gold right over here. Nice, newly sculpted stuff for the chest and everything. The zipper looks really good right here, too. I just wish that it went all the way down to where it's supposed to go. I feel like it's not supposed to disappear right here. It's supposed to go further down. So wish they figured out a way to add that on there. Belt looks really good. I like the deco for it and everything. And then these forearm guards look pretty sweet. I do like them. I'm not seeing too much marbling in the gold plastic, to be honest with you. I do complain about it when I see it, so maybe they painted over it or something, but I think it looks really good. I like the double jointed elbows that we got from Shriek. We got the shoulder pads right over here. And I'm not going to do thorough articulation segments with these figures. They've been reused quite a few times already. But, with the new torso, she'll crunch forward a little bit and back a lot more so. Pivots pretty well, turns side to side. We know the articulation over here. I like how Hasbro's got these shoulder pads moving around with the shoulders, so that's really cool. We've seen this kind of tech used on Iron Man figures before. As far as getting her to look up, she can look up just a little bit, which is pretty nice, For a flying character, you want her to look up some, so it's tricky to do, but you get that neck hinge in there, and she can just tilt her head up only a little bit. And, of course, moves downward side to side and all that. I don't like how you cannot get the legs in here. There should have been a little bit more of a gap at the crotch pits over here, and that bothers me a lot. That's my biggest gripe with this figure, is that you can't get her legs together for cool flying poses. Or if they're going to do that, do the drop-down hips, but no, we don't get that over here. So that bums me out. Then the legs look pretty good. It does get weird with the switch from the gold, to the red, or red to gold. I wish they painted that a little bit, but for the most part, I don't see those joints too much. Get the big old gold boots over here. Again, I'm not seeing marbling in that plastic. When I don't see it, it makes me happy. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I do like it. And you get peg holes right here at the bottom of the feet, along with some tread. Then here's looking at the Corsair head sculpt, and I gotta say, while I think it's just a little on the big side, only a little on the big side, I really do like it. I think the paint apps, the sculpt of it, look, you got the earrings right over there, nice paint detail on the face, photoreal tech right there on the comic figures looks awesome to me. And you can see the stash, mouth, eyes, all those details look fantastic, man. I like how the headband looks, I like how the hair has some motion wafting to his left. Everything's moving to the left right there. It looks really good. And we got a nice added collar over here. I'm used to seeing him with the shoulder pads. I will gripe about that. I guess this is technically not incorrect, but I'm used to seeing him with the shoulder pads. I love the deco right here on the chest. Looks really good. We're seeing the latest Vulcan body mold. So yeah, the third Summers Brother body mold being used here. Unfortunately, you cannot straighten out the elbows. That bums me out. That's very frustrating. You can see some seam lines right over there, or mold lines anyway, in those butterfly joints. You can see it looks pretty consistent on the back. Nice gold paint right there for that new belt. And you can see that sheath again right there, fourth. And you can see this holster or sheath right here for the sword again, and then the legs. Same as Vulcan, so just the paint apps are different. Slight color variances right here with the knee pad, or not really that much of a difference, but yeah, you can see the thighs are a little extra long right over here. I feel like the legs are a little extra long up here. So yeah, we don't have the updated version. This is all Vulcan body mold straight up. And yeah, there's looking at the bottom of the feet. To measure out these two figures, you can see that Monet is standing just a little over the 6-inch mark, and Corsair is standing right at the 6.5-inch mark. I don't have too many comparisons, but I wanted to show off a Summers family comparison. Right over here, we have our Chris Summers. I just don't understand why the head is so big compared to Vulcan. I feel like the Vulcan head is somewhat in proportion, but it looks a little too big over here. I guess with the Scott Summers or the Cyclops figure, that looks best. So that's like medium sized, maybe a little too small, a little too big. Perfect size head right over there. Then here's Havoc with the Sunfire body mold. Yeah, see, that with the Vulcan head on there, it does look like it's more in proportion to the body, right? I don't know. Unless he's not supposed to be hella buffed. That's the thing, is if these guys are supposed to be hella buffed, their heads should look smaller. If they're like regular people, their heads should look bigger. Like if they're regular people with the thin frame, yeah, the head should look a little bit bigger. So I guess that's where they're going with. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense for it. I'm not trying to defend Hasbro. I'm just trying to make sense out of it. And then here's Monet next to the recent Multiple Man figure from the Vintage Collection wave, which I only have one of. I never actually picked up multiples of this figure. I am not the biggest fan of it. And while I'd mentioned that I'm most familiar with Monet from the X Factor run, we don't have any of the other characters with their designs from that series. And then here's Monet next to Shriek, and I am not seeing that much of a difference from the lower torso and the thighs over here, but for whatever reason, you can get the legs closer together right here with the Shriek figure compared to Monet. Is the lower torso different on this one? It might be. Oh god, you guys are gonna get so mad at me for doing a butt check. Yeah, the butts look the same. I mean, I'm very good at identifying female butts, and they do look the same to me. So I don't know what's going on here with the articulation, but I cannot move the legs in as much as I can with this figure. Then here's Corsair and M next to the other figures from the wave I've already reviewed. We have Chamber, we have Kid Omega, we have Fang, there's Emma Frost, and we have Astonishing Cyclops. I know I've read it in the books before where these two are in the same room, and oh man, the the attitude in the room is just so, it's something to behold. It's a lot. Corsair and Monet next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Oh, I look good on the outside, but I'm definitely a letdown on the inside. And you're perfect in every way, so both see how opposites attract, huh? Huh? Oh! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I wanted to say thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I know there's a lot of other videos you could watch about this stuff, but the fact that you guys still come back to watch mine really means a lot. Thank you so much. And these two figures are figures that I've been asking for in the collection for quite a while. You guys know I love my new characters. I'm not bummed out about the reuse of stuff over here. You know, it doesn't bother me. However, there are things here that do bother me a little bit. I mentioned the head size on Corsair. The thing with the thighs for the Monet figure. So there's that gripage over there. I'm not really that bummed out about the accessories. I guess there could be penance form accessories for Monet, but I would assume that would be a whole other figure in its entirety. But if they had a way where you could incorporate interchangeable parts for Monet like that, that would be pretty sweet. I just don't think she had this suit on when the whole penance change thing happened, though, right? Correct me if I am wrong about that. I have been wrong before, so yeah, I wouldn't mind reading about that more in the comment section down below. But here we go. I mean, I feel like we get a solid set of figures with a solid set of accessories. I am not really bummed out about that at all. I'm pretty happy over here. Yeah, I do have gripes at the price point of about $25 for each of these figures. I can honestly give them both a sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And yeah, I mentioned the suit choice for Monet. While my personal preference lies with a different design, I think this is a good one to kick the figure or the character off with in the Marvel Legends line. Maybe we'll get a different version later on. And if we did, that'd be cool if that one came with, you know, the penance form accessories to swap in and out with. That would be really cool to see. But anyway, I would like to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And I do have a Whatnot live stream this Thursday. Hope to see you guys there. And if not, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
I love the hair sculpt as well. Oh. Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,